Hey friends, today we're going to build the Christmas cottage. I'm going to show you how and build it with you. You will need some tools. You'll need a knife. You'll need a click pencil. You'll need a glue tape. I prefer glue tape, but you can use glue if you prefer. And you'll need a ruler. These are the tools you'll need. Okay, let's get going. Here's a Christmas cottage, which I coloured earlier. There are sections in the book for you to plan out your colour scheme for your village. I think that's a great idea to, your roof, it's all going to be the same colour, or are you going to go all different colours? These are the questions you need to ask. First of all, I'm going to get my knife, and I'm going to get my ruler on my straight edge, and I'm going to cut out all of the elements. I recommend often giving yourself a fresh blade. These ones are good because you can just snap off the blunt blades. Working with blunt blades isn't fun, and as always, be careful with your fingers. I got a bit of a cut, not from this. I opened the cupboard and it rained down coffee plungers. I managed to catch them, but one of them exploded in my hand. Alright, now on all of the drawings there are dotted lines where you fold, and there are straight lines where you cut out. Mostly you just cut out the outlines, but occasionally, like this, you'll see there's a glue panel here, and within that glue panel is that cross. Carefully cut that little cross out, and that will become tabs. I'm going to fold this while I'm here. To fold it, I use a click pencil with no lead in it, or the lead retracted. You may have a special scoring tool. I just use one of these click pencils. Seems to work fine. Now you don't want to push too hard and rip the paper, especially if you've spent a long time colouring in. But you do want to give yourself a little head start on folding the page, so on folding your tabs. So I always fold everything up. So that's a little tab on the roof ready for a chimney. And let's fold our roof too while we're at it. We have the first section of our Christmas cottage cut out. A roof with a hole ready for the chimney to go on. Now I'll put these aside carefully somewhere. I usually only work on one house at a time, otherwise I get all the parts mixed up and it goes horribly wrong. Maybe you can multitask better than I can. Okay, let's cut out our chimney. Same process. Cutting out all of the parts nice and neatly, trying to stay on the line. The neater you can do this and the more accurately you can do this, the better it's all going to stick together. Oh, sounded pretty unneat. I guess the trick is to put your ruler over the part you don't want to cut. Then if you slip with your knife, you're slipping away from your illustration, not towards it. And if you get bored with flipping your ruler around like I do, you can try for some freehand. Almost. There is my little chimney. Alright, same thing as with our roof. You just want to score all your little fold marks. Here we go, 4 at once. Book. And then I always gently fold so I can see that my part's got all of the bits it needs to be folded. Gives you an idea of where you're headed before you put glue on, and things get a little bit hairy. So there we have a tiny little chimney, and you can see how that's going to go once we've glued it. Pop that little chimney onto your roof. Once again, put it aside, ready for gluing. And now our last part for our Christmas cottage. It's our main house body. I hope you have a lot of fun colouring these guys in. I tried to put some fun, interesting details for you to find. I'm looking forward to see what everyone does with the with all of these colouring. It's almost like a colouring challenge. Glitter on roofs. Metallic bronze roofs, Christmas colours. And don't forget to take out all these little wedges between tabs. Whee. Christmas cottage. Fully cut out. Now we've just got to, oh, I forgot to cut out some little wedges down here on the bottom flaps. Now I've created these bottom flaps to give the structure stability. My first mock-ups, I had these I didn't have these on there. It just seemed the floor seemed to be a bit floppy. Now here's the point where you need to make some decisions. Do we cut our door so that it's open? So you would cut along these three sides and leave this as a fold. That can be fun. For this one, I'm going to leave it closed. The other thing you can do is to cut out the glass panels from your windows, which is also cute. On this one, I've decided to colour them in. If you've got that good eyesight and that steady a hand, you may want to go that extra mile and trim out all those details. Well, I've decided not to because it looks pretty cute seeing the curtains, and I just painted some blue glass. Right, now we need to bring the fold action. So I'm just going to score once again along the dotted lines to give myself a head start when I want to fold all these parts into place. Oh, don't do that and fold across the front of the building. This is the fun part. Get to see what your building is going to look like. Now I've got to fold in. Okay, so I've scored all my fold marks. Now I'm going to just gently fold into place my little tabs. Fold up my base 4 tabs. There are instructions that are written out and illustrated in the back of the book, Christmas Tiny Homes. You can follow those if you need a refresher. But I thought it'd be fun to do videos because some of the little parts can be a bit tricky. And just to make it an enjoyable experience for you guys. All right. Now you can begin to see what their little house is going to look like. A little house, a little roof, and then the top's going to be a little chimney. So what I do now is I gently flatten these parts all back together. I've pre-folded so I know it's all going to go well. Alright, and what we need now is a clean sheet of paper because we're going to glue. And I don't want to get glue all over my cutting board, so I'll just put a little bit of paper down. Now you can see on the little tabs, I don't know if you can see, this little crosshatch pattern is where I've indicated the glue has to go. So there's 4 little tabs that need glue on this. And I'll start with the chimney. Just making sure I get glue in all the places it needs to be. Okay, so I've glued up all those parts. The first thing you do is to get your side aligned. So an easy way to do this is flatten that out a little bit, align that wall with that wall, and just press it to get it up. Alright, there's my little chimney. Next thing you want to do is get those 2 out of the way, fold this one in, and then fold over your side flaps, which will give you a nice little roof to fold over top of your chimney. There it is, a sweet little chimney. Alright, where's my roof? Now I'm going to get glue on all these 4 tabs that I've created. Oh. A bit over there onto my roof. Didn't get quite enough there. So then my roof panel tabs ready to accept the chimney. I like to put that on now before I put it on the roof. It's a bit easier. I can use my fingers to get up in there without worrying about breaking my house. You just gently get your fingers or the back of a pencil to rub those panels into place. There it is, chimney on a roof. I'll place that somewhere safe. And there's my main body part. As you can see on the floor, the little glue panels just need a tiny bit of glue. This is just to give the floor some rigidity and structure. Alright, that's all my panels glued, and I've got my paper is nice and sticky. I'll get rid of that. Throw it away because it's got so much glue on it now that if I, as you saw then, it start to stick to it. Now the first thing I always do is do all my side walls and put it into shape. Because you can do that and line it up pretty easily like that. It's pretty important to get that accurately aligned. And just press it into place. And there you go. Right, then I go for my floor. Now, first thing you want to do is to get your non-glue panels out of the way. Sorry about bumping the phone there. And then fold down your glue panels and then bring this into place and just pinch in those corners there. And then the same on the other side. Beautiful. There you go. Stands up nice and straight. Now for the roof panels are a little bit more tricky. I've created these little flaps to once again give the roof somewhere to sit. And I've got this little fold through. You see those tabs come down. And the same on the other side. And that is ready for the roof. Now, the roof can be a bit tricky, getting it in the right place. I try to maybe go upside down and just position it lightly. You want to give yourself an eave on the front and an eave on the back. That's the There it is. You can get your fingers up in there and just press those on gently. Or use a tool. There you have it. One little country cottage Christmas. It's a Christmas cottage, that's what it's called. Ready to go. Don't fold yours across there like I did. Beautiful. Oh, see, I've put the roof on in a dodgy position there, but you can always, with this glue, reposition it until you're happy with it. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, that's your Christmas cottage. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.